coming into the car.
Oh yeah.
It goes without saying, both the driver and
Oh
passenger in
yeah.
the
Y'all
back
know I
seat
got
should
something
be
to say
wearing a
about
mask.
something.
If it's someone from outside your
Otherwise,
family
it ain't
bubble,
nothing to be said at
speaking
all.
of
Hold
masks,
on.
now that cold
Let me
weather
turn
is
down
here
the
in many parts
volume.
of the USA, you might be seeing
You know I
more
don't
of
be getting
this.
on here that often, but I had to get on here on this one. This was an impromptu right soon as I saw it. I'm watching the world news or whatever on Channel 4, right? And well, they teaching you how to wear your mask and how to use your scarf in addition to the mask to keep you warm in the wintertime, and how to create a cross breeze circulation if you're in a car and you gotta sit opposite of the driver. Something. That ain't even what it really got me. I just saw a story. About a mall Santa Claus telling a little boy that he can't get him a gun for Christmas, but he could have his dad get it for him, or if his dad wants to get it. And the boy, now, I got an opinion about these spongy little boys, but I ain't gonna talk about that. I am gonna talk about it, but not yet. He said it in the most nicest manner he possibly did. Actually, he probably didn't know. He could have been just a smidge more tactful. But I feel him on that. So the mama had to comfort the little boy, because he crying, because he couldn't get his Nerf gun. Santa done told him. Hold on, let me mute this. I want y'all to make sure y'all hear. Santa done told him he don't get guns for Christmas. He doesn't do guns. I ain't even mad at him for that. People so damn sensitive, and see, that's mama's boy. That's what it is. He definitely his mama's son. Because she latched on to his sensitivity about the fact that the Santa had told him he can't get him the gun, but maybe his dad can get it for him because Santa doesn't do guns. Now, you know what? Honestly, I think he the best Santa ever. Really, he ought to get a ton of other jobs elsewhere. People too damn sensitive, and this is exactly why we can't deal with this COVID-19 thing the way we need to, because everybody's so damn butthurt and sensitive about every goddamn on thing. End up, she done put the thing on video online. The mall, they got the people, the higher-ups, the corporate folk. They got to clean up the image. So and the mall Santa resigned because he stood for what he believed in. And I feel you, because if it was me, I would have done the exact same thing. I go hard in the paint for children. I don't give a damn if they ain't mine. You understand? And I'm saying to this little boy, listen, of all the things you could want for Santa to put under the tree for you, why does it have to emulate a weapon? Huh? Why? Children already lost innocence from the womb pretty much some years ago, some decades ago. Innocence ain't even a thing no more, not even in our children. And we trying to find, much like a diamond in the rough, we trying to find the needle of innocence in the haystack of bullshit that we dealing with in this life, right? And we hope that the children's innocence can be preserved. He wants a Nerf gun. I get it. My nephews got a couple of them, and the only reason they got them because we were doing something special in the park over the summer, and they played Nerf wars, and they just had a ball shooting the little things out everywhere. But at the same time, he ain't played with it since. Real talk. Well, no, they played with it one more time. I let them do it in the hallway. I did. And we kept careful track of the little Nerf, bullets or whatever, so we wouldn't leave none behind. We did. But he ain't played with it since. 'cause I don't believe in the gun thing for no child anyway. Out of the context of understanding for self-defense, I'm not totally against that, but y'all gotta remember the mentality of children is still in development. Now, I tell you what, some grown folks' mentality might still be in development too, and that's that you had some issues for it to still be that way after you get a certain age. But children's brains are still developing. All of these character traits, and virtues, and all of these different things and complexities of how our brains work, they ain't all the way there yet. And you can tell by the way he responded, 'cause that baby cried. That boy, being specific, it was a boy, he cried. Santa had tried to tell him, listen. And I heard the voice and I said to myself, in my mind, I'm like, good, until I heard the rest of the story. And then I was like, God damn. Boy, I tell you, too damn soft. Y'all too foo-foo parents. We got foo-foo parents. I swear. You should have co-signed and thanked them for saying, I appreciate that. And and then all he would have kind of had to do to clean it up was been like, okay, well, make sure you get it. But I can't. Santa's not allowed to bring guns to children. But I can let your dad know. Okay, I can tell him, but I can tell dad and mom, I can tell them if I need to. This is a case where I might need to. I'm going to tell dad that you told me that it's on your list that you wanted a Nerf gun, but I have to have him get it because I can't get it. He could have cleaned it up, you know what I'm saying? A little bit. But at the same time, why that boy so sensitive? Huh? Why is that rough and tumble climbing everywhere he ain't got no business doing? I don't even know if he does that. I'm just guessing. Most of the time, boys do. Huh? Boys are interesting. Then today, because we finally done opened back up the ice rink at Campus Marshes. Y'all know it's gonna be... It's almost like playing who can be the first. Because that's about the size of it when it comes to registering to get on the ice because of our capacity limits. But anyway, little boy was out there today trying to help him get his bearings and his balance. He gave me 2 minutes of good practice with him, doing it safely and carefully and letting him work. And then it got in that stubborn mind, because boys tend to have that stubbornness about them, that he gonna do it himself, that he just gonna magically get the hang of it. He whopped his head one good time. Well, one time I had to stand back and say, I'll wait, because I can only work with a good listener. And just in case he didn't know what I meant by that, I backed it up with, I'm going to give you the tools, but you got to actually use them. And one tool is holding your arms out for balance. And I was like kind of feeding him the information as he flopped around, because he insisted on trying it on his own. He didn't even want to hold the wall. This boy 5 years old. Okay? But about the age of the kid that was melting down about the fact that the Santa didn't want to give him no gun for Christmas. So needless to say, they didn't stay long. Now his sister, also 5, did a great job. She self-governed herself. This is what shows the truth about the maturity of girls versus boys. She handled it like a G, and then she let me skate with her before they left, because the little boy was getting frustrated. And my patience wears thin, because I'm a disciplinarian. Take that for what it is. And like I said, I love him. It's out of love. But no, you 5, be proud. You 5, that's a whole hand. How many age you is. Be proud of that. And don't worry about when you was 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Now, the natural tendency is a regression in a lot of children is to hold on. And by him having a sister, it's something to that. But he flopped around, and I said, I help. And I was actually physically taking him up off the ice, like, let's go. I was holding him, and I would say, just walk like a penguin. Just take your little steps. And he wouldn't take little steps. He was like walking like a tall man steps. I said, all right, let you do it your way. Because you're not going to listen to me this time. And that's okay. There's two ways to learn. Opposites is all life is opposites. You're choosing the harder way to learn. But I was trying to give you the easier option. But it's okay. I stood back. Because what he wasn't finna do was accidentally knock up against my foot and have me falling. Now that wasn't finna be happening today. So he bopped his head one time. I checked him. He was good. Checked him again a few minutes later. He was still good. Before they left, I gave him one more on the head. Make sure he didn't have a lump. Because he popped. He did. But they had to pull him out of there because he was having a temper tantrum. It's like, oh yeah, you got to go. Parents, y'all got to stop giving into these children's temper tantrums because they're too damn smart. God made us. We come from that. It is a manipulatory, I don't even know if I said that word right, thing that they do to get what they want. And they learn it young. And if you give into it, they got you wrapped around their pinky finger. But that one right there, he needed strong male energy because I was like, no, I was cueing to somebody to do it too. I was like, that's your project right there, sir. You know, because they need that disciplinarian. And then you had a whole nother 5-year-old, exactly the same age and about exactly the same height, out there doing all of the little technique. Everything a beginner could possibly use to get better. And he was focused. He was on the opposite end. So you had your temper tantrum, stubborn, don't want to listen to nobody kid. And then you had the kid that was obviously had been listening to somebody. And had all of the mechanism. And when he fell, he knew how to get himself up. And when he wanted to save himself from falling, he knew what to do. He did everything he was supposed to do. I said all that to say I stand behind that damn mall center 129,000%. And that's on the low end. I back him. Because we're giving too much adult responsibility opportunity to children, and you don't even letting them have the innocence of the development into the age and the stage of life to be able to handle all of that properly and effectively. The Nerf gun. I like that. I mean, Dad could have got it for him, yeah, because we already know, and I mean, not ruin it for nobody, but we already know the whole thing. But anyway, Santa from the mall, wherever that was, because I done forgot, because it frustrated me a little bit. I had to turn off the story. But I also had to come and talk about it. Moral of the story is, we a team. The mama, you could tell she was sensitive and butthurt about it. Because she was like, you can have your beliefs. She was like, but you're a mall Santa. You're supposed to bring joy and cheer. Wow. And then how ironic is that? Joy and cheer while a child asks for something that emulates death and terror. Talk about two polar opposites. Boy, I tell you, I don't understand what you're saying. You know, that didn't make no sense. I need them to make that make some sense. I'll wait, because I could tell it's going to be a while, so it's going to test my patience. Make it make sense. Basically, we want when we want what we want, whenever we want it, because we want it. We don't give a damn about virtues, values, character, impact on others. We don't care about that. Now, if you got a child crying like that over a Nerf gun at 5, 6 years old, 7 maybe, because you know these kids come in different sizes, I can't tell no more. And giving into that feminine energy, because that's what happened. I don't know where Daddy was. Daddy should have came in and checked that. Because see, him and the Santa could have teamed up. He could have been like, oh yeah, Santa, he asked, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna make sure it's under the tree. What he could have did was be like, here, I'm gonna give you this so that you can go get it for him, but I'm not allowed to get anything that emulates a weapon for a child for their Christmas. I can't do it. Daddy wasn't around. That's what really fucked that situation up, really. Daddy needed to intervene. A good daddy, dude. Can't be no butthurt ass sensitive, more sensitive than the female daddy either, okay? It gotta be unequivocally distinguishable. I'm using all these big words. I need to cut that out. My brain hurt. I'm talking too much, too. Let me get it. I said what I said, and I don't need to say nothing else about nothing, but I had to say something about something, because otherwise, y'all know, it wasn't nothing for me to be saying at all.